Dude, China's #1 in gold medals.
No, they're not. The U.S. is. I checked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They were one like a couple days ago.
They were close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's this French fighter fighting on Saturday, and he's a heavyweight. He's huge, and he's like a Terminator. He's like big and burly and shit like that. I'll show you a picture of him, but China, I was watching the Olympics yesterday, and my whole family was sitting around watching it, and we kept seeing athletes come out from the ROC, the Russian Olympic Committee, and like after like 10 minutes of this, I think my mom piped was like, "Why did it say ROC?" And I was like, I don't know. And so we all like brainstormed for a little bit. We didn't Google it, so we brainstormed and we thought about it. And it's like what, and we Googled what it stood for. It says Russian Olympic Committee, and we're thinking like, why isn't like Russia there? And I was thinking about it, and then it popped in my head, and I thought I was really smart for this. That I was like, oh, it's probably because they were doping a few years ago. And then we Googled it, and they were like, yes, it is, because they were doping a few years ago.
Wow.
They can't fly the Russian flag or play the Russian anthem.
Wait, so
Are you serious?
but they're still competing?
Russian athletes who weren't directly indicted in the doping scandal can compete, but they do not represent their country. They only get medals from themselves, and they cannot have any Russian iconography on the games, at the games.
Wow.
Yeah.
They
that
lock that
sucks.
shit down.
Imagine.
I mean, fuck Russia, though. I mean,
fuck Russia.
state-sponsored
It's
doping, dude.
it's still fuck China more though.
Oh, it's fuck China way more.
Yeah, way more. God damn.
As a government, not as a whole country.
Yeah,
But
just to clear that
Right.
So guys, did you see that Simone Biles came back and won bronze on the gymnastics
I
team
just
today?
asked him that too.
We're a little behind on the curve, but I was wondering what you guys thought about her electing out of the team gymnastics.
I mean, I respect her for it because every champion Olympian who's retired now and whatever has said that like if they were in her spot, they wouldn't be able to do that. If they were like the #1 face of the U.S. Olympics and like under all this pressure and stuff, they would just do it and be like under a ton of stress.
What's the sitch?
Well,
she had left.
You know how she's like the face of U.S. Olympics this year? Like everyone's talking about her and like all this shit, all this pressure. She just like couldn't handle that anymore. It was like freaking her out and like making her super unstable and all this shit. So she was like, I just gotta take
Only she could just.
I learned this fact recently.
Can't even do that shit.
That it was super like that reminded me of it, but apparently it came out that so she has like pretty good ADHD, and for some reason for every Olympic that she's been in, which was Rio and I think the one before that, she was able to get they have a huge like drug testing screening, right, and like they test your pee every day, but in every Olympic she's been in, she's been able to get an excuse to take her ADHD medicine, but Japan has laws against the certain medication she takes, which I think is Ritalin or maybe Adderall, but has a specific thing against being able to take that for any like athletic sport, and so that supersedes the Olympic rules of allowing her to take it. So this has been the first Olympics where she has been able to take that medication.
Oh,
Yeah, so it was, I applaud her on taking her time.
And I mean,
out to get
shit,
her
dude,
mental
if like
and her physical
Wow.
health.
if you're like ADHD and you don't have your medication, it severely fucks with you.
And especially after taking it for so long.
Yeah, exactly. Being on it for your entire life and then
Yeah.
just not being able to do it at the Olympics sounds fucking hard.
So I mean, but a lot of people try to give her a little bit of shit, but nah, her taking the time out to preserve and guard her mental health and her physical health, I don't see no problem with
Boy,
that.
can you imagine that first Adderall you take back in the States?
Yeah, you're fucking.
You're just like, oh my god, I'm not all over the place.
I
now.
mean, we've all felt that. Like,
I mean, I don't have ADHD, but I could just imagine if you can't like stand still.
No, yeah, and so, but she's back playing on
Gymnastics
like
is
as a
a perfect
solo
sport
player.
for her.
Dude,
It's the perfect.
I was having this
sport
discussion with a friend, and we were talking about like is Simone Biles the greatest athlete of all time? And like we were talking about it, and like I was on the side of like
she's impressive as shit.
I was thinking like she might be, and it's a hard thing to gauge, right? Because so many sports, so many people to think about. But like if we think about athlete, right, and talk about how like there's certain sports where you can definitely tell that athleticism plays a lot more of a part in it than some of the other things. Like when you compare like the team sports like basketball, baseball, and soccer and all those things, like they're specialized. They are physical for sure, and like the most athletic ones are the best ones typically, but they are very specialized.
And
with,
like tennis
stuff
is it's more of an instinct sport.
Yeah, baseball is like
Because tennis, you make over 100 decisions and moves. Depending on
tennis
how
is
you
fucking
play.
hard, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Like
Mentally.
pivoting on your ankles like that is hard. I ain't got ankles like that. But we're thinking about how gymnastics, like kind of objectively when you look at it, it's like one of the most physically demanding sports.
Seeing Kamaria do that crap at early, I was like,
Hey man, my
yeah,
sister
like
is fucking insane with it.
Couldn't
And
be me.
like mixing that, thinking that it's like one of the most physically strenuous sports or like most physically demanding ones, and that she's the by far best at it ever, kind of made me think like maybe she is the greatest athlete of all time.
Yeah.
I feel
Like I think of that of MMA too, like fighting. Like I think the best MMA fighters are some of the best athletes ever because it's also a fully physically demanding sport.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody has
But
their
it's- yeah.
different definition of what they think athleticism is.
Uh-huh.
But like, dude, some of the shoulders on these fucking gymnastic guys,
Boulders. Dude, guys gymnastics is so entertaining to watch. These guys are so
because
fucking,
when they're on those handles, dude,
And they're
it's
just
straight,
side- they're
it's
just like
straight
that.
shoulders, dude.
Yeah.
oh my god. And then when they're just flipping on the fucking thingy that looks like a horse machine, like a bull machine,
Yeah.
but it's like a little bar.
Yeah,
And
I know
they're
what
like,
you're
they're
talking
like
about. Yeah,
sweeping
I know
around
what
on
you're
that
talking
shit. It's like Jesus Christ.
They're fucking tries.
Did you guys see when we made the comment about the ROC, we were watching a Russian gymnast do his thing. His name was like Artur or something, and he had gotten like a surgery on his Achilles heel like 4 months before the game started, and like it was still healing, but he went anyway. And so like after every move, he's just like wincing in pain, and you could tell he's just in agony, but he's like still pushing through with this this freshly healed Achilles heel.
Gross.
Sounds fucking brutal.
Oh.
Like just like doing a flip and then landing on your feet. He's like landing on one foot as much as he can, and then he's putting like the damaged foot down to absorb the rest of it. But Jesus Christ. And I think he won silver. Yeah,
Wow.
I remember seeing him up on a
What an
podium.
animal.
Animal.
Right?
Russians, man.
We're fucking pussies compared to him. It's always great seeing like 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds like competing at the Olympic Games. We're fucking sitting here.
Yeah.
I mean, bro.
I mean, it's hard to.
Parse doesn't want to be called a beta compared to some people.
Yeah, man. I mean,